Okay, let's unpack this. If you've been online lately, you've probably seen ads, maybe a lot of ads, for the RetroSnap gadget.
Hmm.
It's this handheld, looks kind of cool, promises, the ultimate pocket-sized nostalgic gaming experience. And the timing right now is key. They're pushing this huge Black Friday deal, like up to 70% off, plus free shipping. Sounds amazing, right? But, well, our mission here, this deep dive, is to kind of cut through that neon glow and figure out, is RetroSnap actually a genuine console you should grab, or is it just another online scam?
Yeah, this is such a classic example of what we call the green market, really leaning into that holiday urgency, get it now. And we're not just, reading a few reviews here. We're really digging into how they market it, the legal tightropes they're walking, maybe falling off of, and also the tech side, which helps explain why buyer feedback is all over the place. You really need the full picture, the nuances to decide if that discount is actually worth the gamble.
Okay, let's start with the pitch itself, the look. Because honestly, it's pretty slick. They've got the basic RetroSnap, the Play, the Instant,
Mm-hmm.
different versions. They all look sleek, colorful, and yeah, they're definitely designed to hit that nostalgia button hard.
Oh, absolutely. That button layout, it screams Game Boy, maybe a bit of PSP, all mashed together in this like glowing package. It looks the part.
It really does.
But this right here is where we hit the first and honestly maybe the biggest red flag. Their ads, their website sometimes, they often show really iconic copyrighted games. Think Mario Kart 64, Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah, I've seen those. They look like they run great in the ads. So why is that such a caution sign?
Well, because legally it's just not allowed. An unauthorized third-party device like this, they simply cannot pre-install or even promote licensed Nintendo software. Not legally. So when you see that, it's not a sign of quality. It's a sign they're operating outside the official channels. You're not buying a licensed Nintendo product. Not even close.
Okay.
You're buying hardware, probably running open source emulation software. And often it's loaded with game files, ROMs, that were distributed illegally. This is like the definition of the gray market.
Right, so the tech might be cheap, but the games aren't theirs to sell or bundle.
Exactly. The licensing just isn't there. That's the core issue.
Okay, that makes sense. Now let's shift gears a bit. What about the company itself? The website, the buying process? It looks pretty professional, doesn't it? They take secure payments, credit cards, PayPal sometimes. They even offer shipment tracking. Seems legit on the surface.
Precisely. And that's what we sometimes call security theater. It looks secure, it feels professional, but our sources, when we dig a little deeper, show that the website itself, it's actually very new, recently
Right.
created. Yeah, so that polished look can mask, well, a lack of substance. And this is where the buyer feedback becomes really important. The technical side. We see reports that are just wildly different. Some people are kind of happy, they get that basic 8-bit nostalgia hit, play some old simple games, fine. But then you look at reviews trying to run those more demanding games like the Mario Kart 64 they might show in ads.
Yeah, how does that go?
Well, usually. People report serious lag delays between pressing a button and seeing the action, screen quality issues like blurring with fast movement.
Yeah.
We even saw one review that mentioned the device smelled really strongly of cheap plastic, like right out of the box.
Right.
Kills that premium feel instantly.
Ooh, okay. But hang on, let's play devil's advocate. If someone's main goal is just cheap fun, a quick nostalgia trip, does the iffy licensing or the performance stutter on some games really matter that much?
Yeah.
Especially if they're getting it for, say, 70% off.
Mm-hmm.
Are we maybe overthinking the risk for that buyer?
That is the absolute core question you have to ask yourself, right? If we synthesize everything, the general consensus seems to be that RetroSnap is, well, it's somewhere in the middle. The product likely exists, it probably turns on, it plays some games, but you're buying into maximum uncertainty. It's the nature of these unsupported gray market gadgets.
So what does somewhere in the middle mean practically?
It means if the company disappears tomorrow, which happens, or if the device just breaks, or a future update bricks it, you have zero support. No warranty you can rely on, no legal comeback, no performance patches.
You're basically on your own.
Totally. You're buying hardware built around a compromise. A big one.
Okay, that pulls it together.
Yeah.
So if your goal is just a casual, maybe disposable nostalgia hit, and you accept it might be flawed, maybe break,
Mm-hmm.
then that deep discount might feel worth the gamble. But if you expect guaranteed performance, decent build quality, or, crucially, officially licensed games, you gotta look elsewhere.
Absolutely. That big discount, it's essentially them paying you to accept the risk of poor quality, potential illegality, and no support whatsoever.
So the key takeaway here, really, applies across this whole retro gaming market online. You've got to look past the flashy discounts. Always question those licensing claims. Understand that a super steep price cut often means you're trading away quality, legality, or support, usually all three.
Which leaves us with a final thought for you, the listener, to chew on. When you're thinking about buying something nostalgic like this, how much is guaranteed legality, reliable quality, and actual customer support worth to you? How much extra would you pay for that peace of mind compared to a risky 70% off deal? Where's your price point shift? Something to think about.